Hi students, today we are going to see about the constitutional and non-constitutional bodies of the Indian Constitution. So the Election Commission, that is the Election Commission of India is an autonomous constitutionally established from the federal authority which is responsible for administration of all electoral process in Republic of India. So under the supervision of government, their free and fair elections have been held in India at regular intervals. That is, you all know that the elections are held every 5 years and the principle is ensured in the constitution. So the election commission has the power of superintendence and direction and control of all elections to the Parliament of India and also the state legislative of the election to office the President of India and also Vice President of India. So the commission consists of two things, that is the Chief Election Commission and also two election commission appointed by the President of India. So let us see the functions and powers. So first one is your guardian of free and fair elections. So one of the main features of this democratic policy is election at a regular intervals. That is, government of the people, by the people and for the people. Holding the periodic free and fair election are essential for democratic system, and it is a part of a basic structure of the constitution which has been held in Tamil Nadu, that is Association versus Union of India. So the commission has taken many efforts to success the election, thereby democracy. So it is one's own responsibility, that is to elect a person, elect a right person, and it is done by protected by election commission. Next is model code of conduct. So the election commission is regarded as a guardian of free and fair election. In every election, it issues a model code of conduct of political parties and the candidates to conduct an election in a free and fair manner. So the commission issued the code for the first time in 1971, and also it's revised by time. Okay, it lays down the guidelines for conducting the political parties and candidates during the election. However, the violation of the code by the political parties and complaints are received for the misuse of official missionary candidates. So here the Kerala High Court held the object of model code of conduct is it's not to stop all the government activities, but only those actions which may be directly influence a section of electors and need to be prevented. So the need for such a code is in an interest of free and fair election. However, the code does not have any specific stationary basis, and it has only pervasive effect, and it contains whatever known, that is the rules of the electoral. And the next thing is that registration of the political parties. As per law, the regarding of registration process, which is enacted in 1989, the number of parties got registered with the commission. It helps to avoid confusion and headache of the administration machineries as well as the confusion of the electorate. So the parties who are going to be stand for that election has to be registered within the deadline. Okay, it ensures that political parties can practice democracy only by their registration. Okay, this is the main thing in your election commission. Next is limited to poll expenses. To get rid of growing influence and vulgar shows of monies during elections, the election commission had made many suggestions in this regard. So the commission has fixed the legal limits of amount of money which candidate can spend during the election commission. These limits have been revised by time, and also by appointment of observers. It keeps an eye on individual account of the election expenditure. So whenever the party is going to register for the election, they have to submit their financial documents, all the financial documents, and they have a basic rule that each and everyone should have this much, so that he can be in a part of government. So here the minimum period is of election commission from 21 to 14 days for Lok Sabha and Assembly election, and it is trimmed down to election expenditure. Okay. Next is the prohibition of publication. So the commission can issue order of prohibition of publication and quasi-judicial powers. That is that under the constitution, the commission also have administrative jurisdiction. Is a matter of post of election disqualification of sitting members of the parliament, and the court refers to the commission for its opinion, the question where such peoples shall be disqualified and so far. Okay, so those who are following the rules will be proceed to stand in an election, and those who abide the rules will be disqualified. So booth level officers. So booth level officer is that is something which is appointed by the local government, familiar with local electors. So they represent the Election Commission of India. Okay. Let us see the condition of services. So this is something that salary and allowance, and it's same as a judge of Supreme Court, and they have equal powers and manners and making decision. In case of difference, decision can be taken by the opinion of the majority, and also the commission takes place the election of consequences. Okay. So let us see the election machinery in state. So chief electoral officer is around 35, and district election officer around 601, and parliament officers around 543, and assistant that is returning officer, that is assembly, is around 4120, and assistant returning officer in the parliament is around 4600, and assembly is 10,000. Next is electoral registration officer is 4120, and assistant electoral officer is 4800. So when the election takes place, terms of the parliament and assembly, every 5 years elections take place. Okay, house can be dissolved before the terms ends. Okay, so every party can rule the state for 5 years, and at the end of the 5 years they have to dissolve their houses. So the date decided by the commission. So the election commission decides the date of election. So there is no consultation is done with any government. Okay, so here also the commission can call the election 6 months prior to the date of which the normal tentative. These are the general rules that is made by the election commission. Next, let us see about the time and mode of election campaign. So campaign period is around 13 days and more, and it ends in 48 hours before in the polling process, and party issues manifestos, slogans, door-to-door campaign, posters, meetings and processions. Hope you all know about how the election is held in Tamil Nadu. So women's participation, women's seat. There is no specific law for reservation of seat as yet. So political parties expected to put the women candidates in a reasonable number, and facilities on polling stations. So there is a separate queue for women during a vote. At least one lady offer posted in every polling stations. So there are lady officers also assigned for this, assigned by the election commission. Okay. So this is the women of elected in India in 1952 to 2020. So right to vote. So any citizen over 18 years can have a right to vote. The voting rights is denied to certain classes of people, that is a criminal convicts, and person convicted for electoral offense, and person of unsound, and there is no compulsory to vote. So these are the voting statistics in year by year, and you have to think before you vote. You have to, as a citizen, you have to choose a right leader. So you should not see no caste, you should not see the religion or bribing, and you have to do ethically. You have to be a good citizen and to elect a good leader. So if you have any clarification related to this topic, feel free to approach me. Thank you.